Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for clicking on this video and thank you very much for taking time out to watch me do what I do. Yes, today we've come full face, but no, I'm not in a rush today. I decided to flip the script and give you full face intro to let you see the slay that you're about to encounter, okay? To the fam, thank you very much for coming back. For those that are new here, you are welcome. Today you're a guest, but when you return, you'll be a member of the family. So do not forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? And like the video as well. We'll be reviewing the Patrick Ta Full Face Cream Complexion and Powder Duo. So if you'd like to see how I use this to achieve this look, continue watching, okay? Continue watching because I'm so gassed. Continue watching. So guys, as I said, I'll be doing a review on the Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo, and I got mine in the shade Deep 3. A lovely subscriber called Michelle, I want to say Targo, commented on my Fenty Beauty foundation review. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and check that out in the cards. I'll leave it linked below as well. She kindly requested that I review the Patrick Ta foundation. Now, foundation has been on my shopping cart for months, but I just wasn't sure in regards to the shade. So from when it dropped, I thought it's a bit expensive and it's a cream foundation, so I wasn't quite sure. Now the shade was the next hurdle. The shades run deep, which is totally great. The bronzers don't run that deep. You would think that the bronzers that he had will complement the foundation that he then released. There's still a bit of work to do to figure out what shade I am. I'm kind of in between the likes of Mena Adubia and Ohima Bonsu, both on YouTube, fabulous content creators, melanated queens, okay? And I'm kind of in the in-between. Mena decided to go for Deep 2. Ohima decided to go for Deep 3. I'm thinking Deep 3 matched Ohima to a T. Okay, I'm not as deep as Ohima, but I'm not as light as Mena. I was like, what am I gonna do? So anyway, I went for Deep 3. I'm about to do the thing. My fingers are on it already, okay? And it's so reflective. And this is what that foundation looks like. Okay, on camera, it doesn't look too bad, okay? I'm gonna put the description of the shade here. Okay, I'm gonna double prime. I'm not really going anywhere and I'll make my decision later if I'm gonna do a wear test. So I'm gonna go in and prime with a hydrating primer first. Again, I'm gonna use a foundation as how I would use any other foundation in my possession. I'm gonna go into the Dinishing primer. Not gonna shake it this time, just a couple drops of that. Smooth out. And the hair, I was trying something new today. I don't necessarily do a half up, half down. I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. On the Patrick Ta Beauty website, it says your new go-to foundation. This duo gives major skin in one sleek, convenient, compact, flexible polymer blend, soft focus blurring powders, transparent pigments, and glow enhancing emollients that helps minimize the appearance of pores and imperfections and imparts a fresh, dewy skin-like luminosity. So it says apply a foundation cream to clean, primed skin, building the desired coverage. Apply a translucent setting powder to oil-prone areas such as the T-zone. For best results, apply using the Patrick Ta Dual End Complexion Brush. Yeah, if I received that for free, I would happily do that. Okay, let's use this kabuki brush. Morphe R6 kabuki brush. I'm just gonna flip that lid up. So I'm just gonna make sure I saturate the brush. The first swipe. Did Ohima use Deep 3 or Deep 4? Wait a minute, I need to go watch that video again. But it is going on so nicely. It does feel a bit light. Because this is cream, obviously I'm just swiping rather than grinding and going in. Oh my god, spray on my forehead. Don't watch that, please. It has a slight smell to it, but not like a major smell. Oh, it looks good on the skin though. Oh, it looks really good. I'm happy. I was worried that it wasn't gonna fit the side without foundation, and this is the side, watch my tabs, with a foundation. But in regards to coverage, you know, obviously I have acne scarring here. Looks good. So I'm just gonna go here. That initial swipe covers everything. You know what is making me feel like I want to do? Get the MAC Studio Tech. Is it cream to powder foundation? Because I loved Studio Tech when I was growing up. Studio Tech was that foundation that was just all over. Face, one nation, one dimension. That's all it was. I feel like recently, not recently, but since they released the Studio Radiance foundation, my love for MAC has been reignited and I'm die hard right now. I love MAC. I think I'm going to use this tomorrow because this looks so good. And I'm swiping, okay, because it's a cream foundation. If I sit here doing this, we're gonna be here till tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna swipe to distribute. What do we think? So for concealer, since we did Impacted Tart, let's continue the bougie train. We're gonna go into Hourglass. So I'm gonna use a shade Mocha, but she is a good shade all by herself. Yeah, we're gonna do the whiskers. That's what I'm calling it now, the cat whiskers. I'm gonna blend that out. If this was much darker, this shade wouldn't be the first shade that I would actually like go for. So I might go into something like Huda Beauty's Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Maple Syrup. As you can see, she's a bit of a red tone. So that'll be a nice like initial concealer to use to kind of then build up to the brightness that you want. But going in with a light concealer is just gonna look too ashy. So this is why you gotta gauge things sometimes. I look weird, I know. I forgot there was a mirror in this, you know, a sharp mirror. So normally I would use a pressed powder to kind of do the initial set. I'm gonna go in and use this powder here before I go into my actual setting powder. So I'm gonna make sure all my creases are blended and place this under the eye. Hopefully it's not too dark. I didn't think about that. That is not bad. Initially, I thought this powder was supposed to be for all over the face. Obviously, based on the reviews that I had seen and people saying, oh, that it doesn't match and this and that. But it does say place in your T-zone areas where you get oily. No, this is an actual nice color and it's very smoothing. I don't know if you guys can see. I put it in all the areas that I want to set first before I go into my setting powder. Nice. Guys, this is the finished look. I did a lip. I wanted to use the Moon Dust from Urban Decay, and this is the shade Lithium. Pat that in the inner third. Cute, right? The foundation is sitting nicely, as you can see. What do you think? What do you think? What do we think? Upon everything that I put on top of it, it didn't shift, it didn't pick. It's good. She's a bit dirty though, I'm not gonna lie. She's good. I really like it. The cream is a stunning like cream. I'm just gonna look how deep it is. It's so nice and it's very light. When you do put it on, it doesn't have that emollient, slippy, slidey kind of like feel to it, even though it looks that way. It's so comfortable. I still feel like my skin is breathing. It doesn't feel like clogged up. It's not settling into my pores. My skin type is oily skin and it's kind of like oily combo in the winter. I'm very curious to see how this is gonna wear through the day because I don't have enough hours today to do a wear test for you guys. To the wonderful member of the family, okay, Michelle Tego or Tego, I do apologize if I am pronouncing incorrectly. Thank you very much for the recommendation. As I said, it was on the cards. When I saw your comment, that kind of pushed me over the edge to go get the foundation, and yeah, I am not mad at it. I hope this review helped. I will do a wear test. I did say before that I wasn't sure, but I will do one and I'll just tag it at the end of this video and give you guys like a 3-hour minimum like wear test sort of situation. If you like reviews, if you have any suggestions, comment down below. You got to subscribe first. You have to be a member of the family first before you can start telling me, oh, try this out, oh, try that out. Let's become family members and we can fill up with it. Do you know what I mean? So my lovelies, again, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. So I am back. I just finished recording this look. If you like the details, the video will be linked below and I'll also pop it in the cards. So I have used the foundation. I want to say application was about 9 o'clock, but the time is actually, come on, focus, 9:32. I'll come back in a couple hours and then we can see how the face is wearing. I've only just set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury. I will do the L'Oreal. Jesus. Ooh, I didn't like the way that came out and it's stinging. This is what the faces look like. I'll see you guys in a couple hours, alright? Toodles. Don't get around, I'll be right back. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I know. So my lovelies, I am back and as you can see, the face is Greasy. Time is 6:26 in the evening. Let me explain, okay? So I used the powder from the compact, which is supposed to be used to mattify your T-zone as instructed on the website. And then I went to the Givenchy Prism Libre Matte Finish and Enhanced Radiance Loose Powder. I went in the shade Popline Mimosa, which is number 5, and I think that was the result of this dryness under eye we're seeing right now. From experience, I don't normally get this when I use the Givenchy powder. It's either because I combine the two together and it's over mattified everything, or this powder is actually a bit too mattifying for me. So I'm going to use that powder again at some point. I'm so happy that I used the MAC hydrating primer under my eyes, because my eyes would be looking or be feeling super dry. So it doesn't feel dry, but it looks dry. The foundation itself, I'm having this, apart from my shiny areas, which obviously the light is bouncing off of, the rest of the face has this like nice kind of like settled satin finish. Don't watch my lace because it's been a long hot day. I do feel like it's long wearing. Even at the 3-hour mark, I did have someone come up to me and said, oh my gosh, your makeup looks so nice, as in the glow is unreal, what are you using? I was like So it's time to block the face. I'm going to use the puff that I used today, which obviously has some excess product on it. I'm going to start from the bottom actually. Look at that immediate set though. So I'm going to use the Fenty blotting powder. Just tap that in and just use that. Because it's fluffy, is less likely to lift any product on my nose. I feel like it will just disperse itself and absorb those oils. So for what you can see, the face looks good. To compare it to how it looked before, I can still head out now and go about my business and it will just look as if, you know, nothing happened, okay? In regards to losing coverage, there are 2 main spots you probably can see, and I have an explanation for that, okay? I was hungry. I ate. I had pasta. It's kind of hard to swivel the pasta around and try and like touching your face. The lipstick and everything was good. That's the reason for the missing product here. I have not lost any coverage. This foundation has not moved. For this to hold for 9 hours, minus the under eye, it looks good. Okay, it looks really good. If you are considering this foundation, hopefully this review and wear test has helped you to make that final decision. For me, it's the packaging as well. Even though I have to like clean it a couple times before I show you guys, I really like this foundation. Absolutely stunning. It is going into my category of my top foundations that I'm currently enjoying. It's there in the top 5. So my lovelies, don't forget to like this video. If you are new here, do not forget to subscribe and become a member of the family, because we do bits over here. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you all in my next video. See?